Welcome to Neeker's Bullpen. I'm Nick. Welcome to a very beautiful day of Monday. Monday's a great day to get started. And what better way to say it? Let's get started. Here we are today. This is the thesis we got going on so far. Give you a really quick idea. Now, to the right of the screen, you can't see it, but I actually have things written out. If you want to see what I got written out, hey, come join us on our Discord. It is absolutely free to come into the bullpen, check out everything, and we'll even give you a VIP pass to check out everything inside our community and see whether or not you like it or not. And if you do, you'll stick around. If not, then you will go on your way. Let's keep it simple, right? All right, so anyway, let's talk about today's analysis. Analysis today is that we're seeing that the price right here is around 384.74, right? It's where I kept bouncing at. On Friday, you can tell right here where we kind of dipped down in pre-market, Friday's pre-market. We hit 383.26, came back up, but we couldn't hold above 384.74. Now, in the past video, it did state this as far as the thesis was before. If we cannot hold above 384.74, then we're going to start making our way downward. And of course we did. Unfortunately, we didn't get to 392.02, but that required us to one, stay above 384.74 and break this descending line of resistance slash support line. All right. Plus, right there at the 50 SMA. So we couldn't get any of those things to click. Boxes to be checked off in order to get to a certain level. We couldn't get these boxes checked off. So what happened was we ended up breaking back down under 384.74, all the way down to here. 381.04 is what you see right here. And then it comes back up and retests 384.74 again. See how it drops that wick right there. Now, a lot of people like to call these topping tails. These are wicks. Down here are tails. Okay, so you got the tails on the bottom, you got the wicks on the top. Okay, that's why we call them candles. All right. So anyway, we close out under 384.74. And there we go. We start trickling down. There's 382.22 acting as support right now. And then here we come up here. Then we consolidated throughout the rest of the time. Even here we are in pre-market, still staying under 384.74, still at 383.26. And here we are about 15 minutes before the market opens. So what are you wanting us to do? Some of y'all say it's going to go back up. Some of y'all say it's going to go down. Well, funny part is, flip a coin, well, somebody's going to be right. But how can we figure this out to be a little bit more easier for us to understand what we could see happening? So this is what I see happening. All right, as long as we continue to hold over 383.26, okay, we can actually go back and retest 384.74. Now, with enough buying pressure, because of the fact that we've had so many down days, right? Let's go. Let's check out those down days real quick. We don't need that many, but it's fine for now. Let's check out these down days. All right. Woo! Look at all that silliness. Yep. All my lines. Pause it. Pause it. Pause it. Pause it. Check them out. Check them out. All right. All right, so here we are. We got and some gnarly gap days too, right? We got this big day right here. That was $11.42 move. This one right here, those a small, medium body, big wick, big tail. It's still a $9.16 move. Then of course a gap down. Even this is a gnarly gap down right here, and this one has a $7.37 range. And then, of course, even I thought if we can get that buying pressure because of these three massive moves, we may actually get a push down. When we push down on the gap down, I was expecting a little bit better of a gap fill, right? We didn't get that gap fill, as this little descending line of resistance slash support. That's where we kind of really started hitting. We hit that, and we kind of fell back in. And this range right here is 553. So that being said, we didn't really gap down at all. As a matter of fact, we almost had a little bit of a gap up. Currently, we still have somewhat of a gap up. Not much of one. Roughly close to about 10-cent gap up. All right. So that's really not enough to really get this thing pushing upward. Okay. But that still doesn't change the fact that it could. Now, I wanted to show you that we're still right here between these two areas and these two lines right here. There's 384.74 and this line right there. See if we can get her to picture up here. I think that's 380. 380.22. Yeah, 380.22. Okay, is where we're sitting right now. So we're in this little channel at this point. So the question is whether or not if we're going to break out of this channel. There it is. We're around here, 380, 382.22. There's 380. All right, so we've already tapped this one. We already tapped that one right, that little line right there. That was on Friday. So we're looking about here. We're technically still above right there. Actually, we're about right there. There we go. We're about right there. Okay, we're dancing around this right here on the 383.27 right now. Okay, that's where we're dancing now. So about break even. So that's from market close on Friday. So the question is again, which way are we going to go? So you know which way to take the position. Well, this is what I'm going to tell you how we're going to play it out. All right, let's jump back in all the way. So this is how we're going to look at it, play it out. It needs to stay above 382.26. If it cannot, right? If the market opens and taps under 383.26, chances are she may it's got to hold above 383.26. So chances are, if it comes down and rips up, that might be just enough buying pressure to get her back to 384.74. There's a thing called the dip and rip. She loves the dip and rip. Basically, that's it. It dips down and then rips back up and starts getting that momentum. If it has enough momentum to not only test 384.74, but it can test, come down, retap the SMAs, and then burst through, get ourselves back up to 386.65. But if it can't, if it dips down and only comes back to retest and bops its head right here at 383.26, we're heading down. This is at one of these levels from 383.26 to 383.22. That is where this is the money. This is that money maker area right there. You get it on the retest, and it comes down to bounce. Do not mistaken. It's not just going to blast through and fall to 80. It's going to bounce. See all this to the left right here? All that support. That tells me that alone by itself, she's going to bounce. It don't mean she's going to bounce all the way up here. All right, let's not be silly. But it can definitely have a bounce and have a reaction. Like right here, it's done it before. It bounced. It came back up a little bit. Chopped up. Came down. Bounced. And see, she just finally had to come down to here before she can get back up to here. All right. So, same thing. We're going to see that bounce about right here no matter what, because of this right here. History usually gives us an idea whether or not she's going to or not. All right. Does it tell us how big of a bounce she's going to be? Just how she's going to react to this location, just like right here, 383.26. Obviously, it reacts on this location. Okay, same thing. This ascending line of support I got going on right here. It reacts on these lines. This is why they're drawn there. You don't just draw lines to be drawing lines. Okay. Somebody said a long time ago to me, said, "Oh, if you don't draw enough lines, you're about to be right." Well, yes, but whoever does that's a moron. Let's just be honest. Whoever's doing that is just a moron. The only time you draw lines is when you see price actions reacting in a certain area. Then you draw the lines, and then all of a sudden you start seeing these price action reacting off this line. Then you know you got something. The more and more it reacts, the more and more it does, and then you got a good play to go. So that is it for me right now. I'm gonna go ahead and call that it. Because I'm going to make this nice and short and sweet, because this is basically just today's analysis on the spot of what you can see happening. As far as EOD goes, nobody can really predict EODs, all right? You can get pretty doggone close to it, but there's a lot of boxes that have to be checked before you can really collect a good, pop a really good EOD. But a professional doesn't look for EOD. What we look for, okay, we look for areas of money making opportunities. All right, and that's what we look for. We don't look for, try to go from beginning to end of day. You're just not going to do all that well doing that. But you can do well finding pockets of where the price will move, and that's what I look for. I look for pockets of where the price will move in order to maximize my profits and minimize my minimize my losses, and that's what I do. From 383.26 to 382.22, that is a pocket. From 382.22 to 388.38, that is a pocket. All right. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for it to react on these pockets so you can actually make money. You do not want to try to grab this whole move. All right. Because chances are you will get stomped out because you're trying to take more than you should. Just take the pocket, take your gains, walk away happy. All right, so that is it for me. I hope you like what you saw. If you like the content, you like everything you got, please like and share and comment if you will. Give you some more tips if you like. I'm all for it. That is it for me. My name is Nick. This is Nicker's Bullpen, and ding ding.